In this episode, we're visited by Splat Fourgone, one of the galaxy's best-known morning zoo crew DJs.
He lives to prank unwary listeners and runs to burn off metaphorical fear calories.
So roll up your towel into a pillow, lean back, and
prepare to hear about advances in fart machine technology and how the faster you figure out that pranking 401 is the prank, the better your grade will be.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello again, welcome back to Booth 42. We are here for the Hitchhikers and Appetizers podcast. I am, of course, as expansive as I sound, Horatio. Here with me again in Booth 42, in case I have not mentioned it enough, Trellis Gardeen. My companion, my friend, not companion in that way, but in other ways.
in what way? What do you mean in that way, or not in that way?
I didn't want anyone to think that I was taken, in case there's anyone out there who's become enchanted with my voice.
For the long line of
admirers. Yes, I would not want to put that in jeopardy by them thinking that I am a kept man.
Trust me, I would not keep you anywhere.
I think this is one of the reasons that we're friends. We are totally unattached
and completely honest with each other.
And we have very, very little investment in the friendship.
No, but you know what I would like to invest in?
What's that?
Our guest.
Once again, our guest sitting here thinking, did I just sit down in the wrong booth, or is this the one where they actually interview you?
Say hello, and why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure, yeah. My name's Splat. Splat Fourgone.
Splat
Fourgone.
Yes.
Ooh.
Fourgone, not three gone. That was my great grandfather.
I was going to say that would be ridiculous. You certainly don't look that old.
No.
Oh, thank you.
Aging well. I
try to keep young. I run.
It's good.
I run.
Oh, very nice.
Do you run out of fear?
Usually.
That's the only reason I would run.
Yeah, I'm fearful of a lot of things.
I run because of fear, but I also run because, oh, look, they're almost out at the buffet, and I need to fill my plate again.
That's fair.
That's still kind of fear related.
Yeah.
You're afraid of running out of food.
That's very true. Very good point. You know me well.
When you say you're running from fear, Splat,
Yes.
are you running from actual physical things, animals chasing you, or are you metaphorically running away in your mind?
I feel like it's mostly metaphorical.
Oh.
You know, I come from
So not much calorie burning.
I try and work out both the calories and the fear simultaneously. I count them in fear calories.
Oh, very,
I have a certain number of fear calories I need to get out.
Your F-cals.
Yeah, my F-cals.
Yeah. F-cows?
Yeah.
I'm going to write that F-cows. Fear calories.
Yeah, you got to burn them off. Or they'll eat you alive from the inside.
That's true.
Oh yeah, yes. They start from the brain and work their way down, and once your brain's gone,
Exactly.
what have you really got left?
Oh, you've got the stomach, you've got a heart, you've got lungs, you've got legs. I functioned quite well without a brain for a while there.
Oh, that's impressive.
I think you maybe still are, but
I could be. I try not to investigate things like that too closely.
yeah, I don't want to judge, but you make a lot of questionable moves.
Yes, and a lot of questionable comments.
Yes, very much so. So Splat, is this something that's everyone's on your planet, or is this particular to you?
Well, I mean, I come from Planet Media in the entertainment district. Obviously, there's a lot when you're putting yourself out there. I come from a long line of DJs.
Oh,
Yeah,
very nice. You've worked in the audio realm.
primarily. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I accidentally had a piece of shrimp in my ear and I could not hear you correctly. What planet did you say you were from?
Oh, I'm from the Media Planet.
Media.
Yeah.
I thought you said the Meep planet, and it's a totally different planet.
Oh, no, but I've been there. That's delicious.
Isn't it? And they're delightful because they're all so stupid.
Yes, the dumbest.
They are the dumbest, but they're delightful.
Yeah.
And they only have one word, and it's really about how it's said meep.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever do that. Now, you're DJing.
Yes.
Is this at parties, or is this are you sit in a room
Yeah.
with recordings and you talk between them?
Yeah, man, it's mostly broadcasts. We do some recordings. I'm mostly a morning DJ.
Okay.
So I do most of my fear running at night.
That's why I probably would not have heard you
Ah.
if you're the morning DJ.
Yeah, you're not an early riser.
No. But I would love to hear some of your program.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we like to do prank calls.
Shock jock.
Yeah, we've got the intergalactic dart machine.
No, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to listen to that.
I mean, it's a lot of like, people call in. It's like, hey, thanks for calling in.
Oh, that's lovely.
Get the wacky voice.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
Have you ever called someone in the middle of the night and told them some incredibly tragic news?
Yes.
Heard them weep and moan, and then just because I find that hilarious. I think that's hilarious when you can make someone think that a tragedy has befallen them, and then the relief afterwards, and they seem so grateful that they've almost forgotten that you did a terrible thing to them.
Yeah, we ran afoul of the authorities, the broadcast authorities, pretty early on. We did.
Oh my!
Well, we called a planet. We told the inhabitants over a loudspeaker that they had.
You called the whole planet?
Yeah, we called the whole planet.
Oh, wow.
We prank called the whole planet, and
Like on a speakerphone kind of situation.
yeah, we took over every speaker on the planet, and we announced that they had been destroyed, and they did not take it well.
No.
It was rough.
Once they found out they were being pranked, what did they do?
That was when the orgy ensued. But prior to that, it was all rough.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure wars have begun over less than that.
I mean, they thought it was an act of war. I mean, they thought they were all casualties of war.
Oh my!
We let it go on for half an hour too.
Now again, I can see how this would be hilarious.
Oh, it was. I was crying with laughter.
I would be. I'm crying. I didn't even hear it. Just thinking about it is hilarious.
Now, was this a spacefaring planet, or were they just so backwards that they didn't even know what was happening?
Yeah, no, they were spacefaring.
Okay.
Yeah, they should have known, and that's actually what makes it funnier.
Yeah.
When you can put one over on someone who should know better.
Should know.
Exactly. They deserved it, kind of.
They were asking for it.
Although I think that playing pranks on the stupid people is good because, in a way, because they were not smart enough to be born with enough intelligence to understand, they have it coming.
Oh God! I mean, we probably spend at least 4 or 5 days of the week. You know, we're pulling prank calls to the Dunning-Kruger system.
I'm sure.
It's easy pickings. Easy pickings.
You could probably get them to pay for 100 pizzas or something like that very easily.
We had them pay for a delivery of 1 million cheesesteaks.
No.
Oh yeah.
Lovely.
Oh yeah.
Lovely.
They didn't know what hit them.
Oh, now what actually happened to the cheesesteaks? I'm concerned about what happened to the food.
I was going
Oh.
to say, Horatio, I don't think you would consider that a prank, Horatio. You would be delighted to get that many cheesesteaks.
I would. Now if you played a prank on someone with that and they paid for the cheesesteaks, I would be happy to take those cheesesteaks off of your hands. So they would not go to waste, because then that would turn the prank into sadness.
When you're a morning DJ, the one thing that you know for sure is that you can't please everybody.
So you just got to go with your gut.
Exactly. Or your butt. Hey, fart machine!
Yeah.
Oh! Although they are connected.
I feel like I'm in studio.
It's hard to turn it off.
I've already been turned on by it.
Always on. Always on. I'm assuming you have like a sidekick and other members of the show crew.
Yeah.
What goes into building the right group?
Zoo crew.
It's about finding the right chemistry. That's really what it's about.
Yes.
My primary sidekick is Marty the Mute, and what's great about
Marty the Mute?
Marty the Mute, yeah, can't make a sound. But really, it's less about him saying things and more about just the energy that he brings to the broadcast booth.
Right. Energy is important.
Yeah.
I would imagine his prank calls are a little confusing because it's just silent, heavy breathing.
They're some of the best. Honestly, they're some of the best.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Yeah. He'll get on the phone and people, will just be like, "Who is this? Who is this?" And they'll lose their minds. It's wonderful.
And he won't hang up.
No, we keep those going. Those are some of our longest.
Oh, and they're probably yelling at him. What? Why won't you hang up?
Yes, they're yelling at him. They're yelling at the universe. They're yelling at themselves. I mean, they just lose their minds. It's great.
Have they ever stopped to think about hanging up themselves?
I mean, you would think that they would. They never do.
Again, stupid people.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
best.
You know,
the best.
Everybody has their Achilles heel.
Oftentimes it is a lack of intelligence.
Yeah. Or an actual heel.
Have you ever done any interesting remote broadcasts anywhere?
Out amongst the people.
Yeah, we try not to do the remote stuff as much anymore. We used to go to, every time someone would open a brand new portal dealership or something like that, they'd want us to be there on site.
Of course.
That's the challenge is, you're there and it's great, but people are arriving just to leave right away. It's a portal dealership. They're going to test drive a portal while they're there.
Right.
Have you ever tried on, say, a particular holiday where there's a particular animal that's eaten? Have you ever tried a giveaway where you just launch live animals from space down through the atmosphere as a giveaway or something?
We did. It doesn't work well. I will say that. We did once do an elephantine drop for Elephantine Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we killed a small village.
Oh.
That was not our proudest, but we learned.
I hope they weren't part of the demographic.
They were not, luckily. It was not that tragic.
Oh, okay. So no lost revenue.
They did not affect our numbers.
Semi-tragic.
That would be acceptable losses when it comes to promotional activities.
Exactly. You learn that non-winged creatures that don't have an ability to teleport themselves and or hover are not things.
Or breathe in space.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to just let them go out of bomber bay doors. Bad idea.
Right. Yeah.
Very good, but
Definitely wouldn't want to drop any whales.
Oh, God, yeah, no. The size of the ships you would need to carry those whales.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
that's true. Unless you use baby whales, but that would make people sad.
Yeah.
It's one thing to kill adult whales, but baby whales, not so much.
Yeah, no, you've got to use full-grown animals.
You want an inverse proportion of tragedy to cuteness.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it.
It's very important.
It's the cruelty ratio.
How long have you been broadcasting, though? How long has the crew been have you been on the air?
We've been doing it for about almost 20 years now. Almost 20 years.
Wow.
Oh my, so you're an institution.
Yes.
I mean, I come from a long line of DJs. In some ways, I sort of inherited it.
Skills were just natural. You were a natural from when you were little.
Yeah, I was raised to do it. I don't know what else I would do.
Well, you're perfectly suited for it.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to say, with your appearance, your very colorful shirt, your slovenly way of dressing, you obviously were meant for being behind a microphone.
Thank you.
The sunglasses definitely add an air of mystery.
Yeah.
The ball cap, which I assume is just something you picked up somewhere.
Actually got it as a promotional giveaway.
Oh, I noticed it Elephantine.
Yeah.
It's an Elephantine drop.
Elephantine drop. Yep.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yes. That makes
Exactly.
sense. Very commemorative.
I try and hold on to things, as much as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, I'm in such an ephemeral art form.
Nice.
I'm sure lots of swag.
Oh, lots of swag. That's pretty much my entire wardrobe is just swag. That's all I wear.
Now that just occurred to me, Horatio. We've never
Yes.
offered swag to any of our guests.
What?
So Splat,
Ugh.
what would be an appropriate
I mean,
item of swag for us? You could be our first swag recipient.
Oh, yes.
What should we be giving away other than food?
you want to think of something specific. Yeah, something specific to you guys.
I could give you some food-coated beard hair.
Yeah, you want something ideally that's not going to rot.
I misunderstood the purpose.
Yeah.
I might have some 10% off coupons for plastic surgery to Glandar.
Ooh.
Any body part. So that might be something worthwhile.
If I wasn't a radio personality, I would 100% take you up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I deal in audio, I'm fine being as ugly as I am.
Right.
You can. That's the lovely thing about audio is you can lie and tell them that you're beautiful.
Oh, I could.
And as long as you sound beautiful.
Yeah.
You do sound beautiful. I just want to say you sound lovely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. But then I look at you, and it's a different experience.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Horatio, we might say we dropped the ball then on describing you because we've definitely not painted a flattering picture of yourself, but
Nor should we, because
so you're totally fine with the direction we've taken.
I mean, I think ultimately, I'm totally fine being ugly and wearing swag all the time because that's who I am.
I think you and I think have a similar mindset.
I think so. I'm feeling a connection here.
I'm feeling one as well.
If Horatio were to join your zoo crew,
You're reading my mind.
what kind of assignments might you put him on? Where do you think he'd fit best into the crew?
The deep timbre that you have, Horatio, would be great for early morning siren calls.
Oh.
Yeah, when we get on the air and we need to announce something big, we get our early morning siren calls going. And
Oh, I would love to do that.
And I'm sensing some synergy though. So perhaps could we get a plug for the podcast from the zoo crew?
sure, yeah, we should have you guys on one morning. Maybe get you guys on a prank call.
Oh,
Yeah,
I want to prank all 23 of my ex-wives.
let's do it.
I think you already did by marrying them, Trellis.
That could be considered the height of the prank.
The reveal was when you divorced them all at one time. You're like, psych.
Yes,
That's pretty good.
but they were probably happy about that.
I have never seen 23 beings dancing with such relief as I did at the reception after the divorce ceremony. Wild abandon.
I can only imagine.
They had to tear down the building afterwards because of how raucous things were.
If you've never seen that many broken hearts mended all in an instant, it's something to behold. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, the theme was hope restored.
It's not unlike when you reveal to a planet that they have not been destroyed, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
If we help boost your ratings and we make your best of, do you think we make the best of?
You could. Right now, our best of is really, it's just 6 hours straight of fart machine noises.
I would listen to that.
Yes, exactly. I would take that to the bathroom with me.
Oh, it's great.
I would probably rewind it a number of times too to make sure I didn't miss any good ones.
And we've got a very unique fart machine in that we've programmed so many unique fart sounds into it.
I did some broadcasting when I was in college, and I know the fart machines then were nowhere near as advanced as they are now.
Oh God, yeah.
We often had to do it for real, and you can imagine.
Yeah.
You can imagine the accidents.
The stories I heard from my dad and from my grandfather. Oh boy, there was a lot of cleaning that had to take place in studios back then.
Yeah, that's what started Horatio's love of sauces. To use a word, they were the accelerant.
I was gonna remark on that. There's a lot of ramekins of sauces on this table.
By the way, the appetizers here, we don't always mention. The name of the program is Hitchhikers and Appetizers, and we often forget to mention all the appetizers on the table. So please feel free to avail yourself of whatever you would like on the table that seems edible.
Thank you. And that makes me think that maybe one of your items of swag should be like a cocktail fork.
To-go box?
Oh, a go box, yes. A sauce sampler.
Well, go box would be great. Or like those little tiny forks, the impossibly small for anything other than like a single piece of food.
Yes, the impossibly small fork.
Yes.
That's to get people to forcibly pace themselves.
Yes.
Because we want everyone to enjoy what we got on the table, and if it was a regular sized fork, you could just eat it all and nobody gets any.
Especially if it's an appetizer portion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It makes sense. The larger the portion, the larger the fork.
Very much so.
Logically so, yes. Unless you're on a diet and you want to use your little fork and do little
But at that point, move to the diet planet.
yes. Get off the pot.
Exactly.
Get off the pot.
And Horatio's been known to take a pitchfork over to the buffet, but
That's a big fork.
A shovel. The salad bar. Just use the pitchfork.
when have you ever eaten actual salad?
I did not say I ate it. I just enjoy using the pitchfork with it and baling it. I like baling salad.
Are you trying to kill the salad to show it what a vile piece of fake food, healthiness, get it out of here?
I like to poke at the salad and hope that if there's something I want to eat in there, it will yell out and I can find it.
And also there's the charcuterie right next to the salad. I mean,
Very true.
that's the great thing about a salad bar is that it is in some ways the ultimate prank because they call it a salad bar, but there's more than just salad there.
And there's no bar.
And there's no bar, right?
Bar infers alcohol. I'm sorry.
You're right. You're 100% right.
That is a devious prank. I hadn't thought about it up until now, but I think that's Millyways' little way of kind of.
I mean, you got to have some fun when you're watching the end of the universe, you know?
I once tried to sue a salad bar.
Ooh.
What is the word I'm looking for false advertising?
Sure.
Misrepresentation.
But I forgot about the whole lawsuit, so I don't know what ever happened.
Well, I think you got to the dressing section, and that was close enough to sauces for you. And
I mean, dressings are sauces, technically.
Oh my!
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. You just blown my mind.
Yeah, salad dressings belong to the phylum sauce.
Because they're liquidy.
Yeah.
So anything liquidy is a sauce.
Anything liquidy that tops anything else is a sauce.
otherwise, it'd just be a beverage, Horatio. You got to put it on something. Come on.
Exactly. It's got to atop something else, like sunscreen.
Oh, so you could use sunscreen for sauce. I'm going to try that.
Especially coconut based.
Oh, that would be lovely.
It makes everything taste tropical.
Who doesn't like a good visit to the tropics? Even when you're not there, you could actually be there.
Exactly.
Now, even though your family history put you on the course for your DJ career, did you have to go to school for anything? Was there, the Media School of Broadcast Arts?
That's the one I went to, the Media School of Broadcast Arts. Yeah, MSBA, yeah.
Its reputation is far and wide. You hear it on commercials, you see it on billboards. The graduate outplacement is very highly touted on all the commercials.
It's over 100%.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, their graduates, the average graduate there gets more than one job after graduation.
Fantastic.
Oh my. Are they required to take all of those jobs?
Yeah. Yeah, that's, it's part of what you pledge.
So they're padding their numbers. They want to make sure the numbers stay up.
That's it. It's, because every now and then you're going to have, a mishap and someone's, not going to survive, school.
Someone's prank goes too far.
That's
Is there an actual pranking class?
Oh, God, there's 4 levels of pranking. There's
Oh, wow.
pranking 101, pranking 201, and pranking 301, and then pranking 401.
Do you have to pass through all those before you're allowed to actually prank in public?
You do. You could, get in a lot of trouble otherwise. But the best part about it is, and I hope, hopefully they're not listening. The school will get really mad that I revealed this.
No, of course not.
Oh, no.
Pranking 401 actually doesn't exist.
That's the prank?
Oh.
Yeah, for an entire semester, you show up to class and there's really no class.
Well done, exceptionally well done.
Yeah, they revealed to you at the end of the semester that you actually were not in class the entire semester.
No, that's definitely information you don't want to get out. That is,
Oh, God.
I feel I'm like deep undercover with this.
Do you get a prank graduate show?
It's part of the practicum. Before graduation, you got to do a whole show. So it's not just pranks, but you have to show aptitude at pranks.
Right.
Aptitude at pranks, aptitude at fart machines.
Do they make you build your own fart machine?
Yeah, luckily, you do, but it's everything's made from a kit these days. It's not my great grandfather had to build everything from scratch.
Right.
Yes. I would just say if there was an accident, there was a power failure or something, and all you had left was your voice, you would need to create a fart sound, because what is a morning show without farts?
Oh yeah, that's basically the final exam from Fart Machine 201. You have to show the ability to mimic the top 10 types of farts, without any machines.
Many people don't know.
Yeah.
Many people don't know that there are so many varieties.
Oh, I mean, there's over 1,000 classified farts.
Oh, I bet. Do they put you in like a darkened room, and then it's basically the panel has to decide only on their ears? Are you making the noise, or is the machine making the noise?
Yes. So you're in a dark room. Your eyes are closed. The panel actually doesn't have eyes.
Oh,
they're perfectly suited to be sitting in judgment.
How are their noses? Do they need to plug their noses up so that they?
Well, no, Horatio. It's either the machine's making the noise or he's making the. There's no stink. There's just it's.
You don't have to actually fart.
Oh, I misunderstood about how old-fashioned you were going with the fart sounds.
Oh God, no! If we go too far back, that was when they needed judges who had no eyes and no noses.
That makes perfect sense.
Things are modern. We've modernized. So.
Again, keep in mind, I haven't DJ'd really since college. Things were a bit different back then.
Total.
Now, do you ever break out of the rut with any sort of like serious interviews, or talking to anybody? What's the most famous guest you've had on?
Ooh, God, God, there's I once had a great in-studio interview with a gentleman named the Scofflaw.
The Scofflaw.
Oh.
He was fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Did he try to sell you? Land?
Yeah, we had to edit out a lot of the interview because we couldn't tell if he was lying or not.
Uh-huh.
Also, keep in mind that is just one of his many names.
Yes.
We have met him, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just one of his many names.
Yeah.
Now, wait, when did you see him? When did this interview take place? Because I want to know if this was after he tried to sell me that land.
I don't
know
know
he sold me land. I still haven't heard anything about it.
Oh, boy.
After Trellis bought land from someone who did not have an established name.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he has several established names.
Well, yes.
But yeah, this would have been 6 months ago.
Oh, my.
Okay, well, that was before he came here. So.
Okay.
So you did not buy land from him.
No, I did not.
Very wise. I know, because of course, again, as you know, I know someone who was not wise enough to resist.
That was me.
Yes, that would be Trellis.
Yeah, I got that sense just based on the look.
I appreciate you trying to cover for me, Horatio, but
Yeah, we're covering for you by pointing you out.
let my failure be an example to the other hitchhikers out there. Scofflaw, if you're listening to this, your days are numbered. The word is out. The unincorporated Alphabet Zone will have no more takers on your supposed plots of land.
Yeah.
That said, Trellis is stuck with that particular plot of land that he bought, but no others need be violated. I hate to edit this down, as said, but we're about run out of time.
Oh my goodness.
Time is infinite, but here in the booth it seems not to be.
Appetizers are not, unfortunately, infinite.
Yeah.
No, they seem to disappear as soon as I eat them.
They tend to do that, yeah.
They do. This has been lovely. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. You've taken me back to my broadcasting days. Although I suppose we are broadcasting now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I grabbed one of the to-go cartons. I know we don't have official swag yet, but I grabbed a to-go carton for you, Splat. And I'm going to put some of these little Terran slices, some mozzarella sticks, some of Horatio's favorite fried shrimp.
Yes, I put some bocce sauce.
Bocce sauce in there. I'm going to sprinkle some cumin on it as well.
You got this is great.
Yes, a little more cumin.
Okay, sorry.
You can never put too much cumin on.
Yeah, keep the cumin coming is what my grandfather used to say. Keep the cumin coming.
I remember him now. Yes, I remember. That was his catchphrase.
That was his catchphrase.
That now.
Keep the cumin coming. And now, the weather.
Yes. Oh.
Every morning. See you tomorrow. Keep the cumin coming.
Well, here you go, Splat. You should probably put you might want to, put your initials on that so when you get, back to the studio, none of your zoo crew steals some of the food from you.
Oh, Mute Marty is the worst. He'll eat everything. He eats everything in the fridge. He doesn't ever need to talk. He can't talk. So all he ever does with his mouth is eat.
Has it ever occurred to you that he doesn't talk because his mouth is always just full of other people's food?
You know what? That's very possible. That is very possible. I wouldn't put it past him.
What do you want to put for our entry today, Horatio?
Oh, I like F-cows. It has nothing to do with the rest of the interview, but I like F-cows.
Well, what is the title of your show? Is it like...
Oh, yes.
We are the zoo crew to make you blue every day. The key to a morning show title is that it has to be as inane as it is confusing.
I'm going to type that in.
Type that in.
Zoo crew to make you blue. Enter. So here is your box.
Oh, thank you for the box.
There's your to-go box, your swag box.
And how would you sign off at the end of your show? What?
You've already heard my grandfather's sign off.
Yes.
My
sign off is crap happens, but it's up to you to wipe.
Oh, I love it.
I love that because it sends you out into the day inspired.
And oftentimes that's happened before you have to leave.
Exactly. Yeah, you're like, I gotta go do something. So usually I'll wrap it up and be like, hey, look out! Hey, crap happens, but it's up to you to wipe.
Thank you for joining us for Hitchhikers and Appetizers. And of course, special thanks goes to our guest, Splat Fourgone. I have been Horatio Zinn.
And I continue to be Trellis Gardeen. Until next time, keep your towels clean. And if you don't want to admit that your kid is the result of a drunken fling, you can always say he was created by intelligent microscopic life forms that live symbiotically inside the cells of all living things. So don't panic.
Everything you heard in this episode was improvised, but not everything improvised was heard. This episode of Hitchhikers and Appetizers featured the voice talents of Mike Gorgone as Trellis Gardeen, Bran Peacock as Horatio Zinn, and Sean Monahan as Splat Fourgone. Finally, Hitchhikers and Appetizers is part of the Improv in Action Network. Check out other great improvised podcasts and projects at improvinaction.com. If you'd like to reach out to Trellis or Horatio, you can send electronic messages to them at our Galaxy address, hitchappspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find them on Twitter with the handle hitchapps.
Shut up and sit down.